elimination of the game.
Speed advances.
Let me just point out how fucking amazing it would be, or will be, when Tom wins this thing.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How you doing? It's
Good.
great to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. It's great to see you here in the Schmodown.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, I'll tell you what.
I mean, you know, you and I have been friends for a long time. We did lots of AfterBuzz and Popcorn Talk stuff together, so it's just, you know, it's nice to see familiar faces around.
Yeah,
here.
and congratulations on all the stuff that's happening here. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, it's been really, really great. Now listen, I know that Tom, you know, perhaps extended an offer to you. I know Jay Washington made a phone call. So, you know, I just want to say good luck today, and the Fife Club's here if you need us.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, welcome to the movie Trivia Schmodown, a very special singles match, a Patreon match. Thank you for all of our patron support, and for that support we provide you with me. I'm just Mark Ellis. You guys know me as Baby Carrots. Joining me on the announcing desk is the one, the only, the ruler of Fifedom. She is the leader. She is the manager of Fife Club, Miss Emma Fife.
Thank you so much for having me today, Mark. And remember, everybody watching this on Patreon, you are getting to enjoy this match a week early as our way of thanking you for being a patron of the Schmodown. So enjoy, but do be sure to not spoil this for anybody that's not going to get to see it until after it is released on our general YouTube channel.
When she isn't selling her t-shirts like hotcakes, she's picking up for my slack as we move forward in this movie trivia world now with the Patreon match here. We have Stacey Howard versus RB3. Of all the Robert Butlers that have ever walked the earth, he might know the most about movie trivia. However, he is going up against a rising juggernaut in the league.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you got Stacey Howard, and she's somebody who I think was maybe a little bit underestimated as she made her entrance into the Schmodown. You know, she started off as part of 6 Degrees with Miss Movies, and then she beat you.
Yeah, you don't have to sing that song twice. Point taken, Fife. We got it. She beat me. Let's move on. I mean, look, I knew she was a good competitor.
Yeah.
She came out and she really took me behind the woodshed, beat the crap out of me. Hell of a match, hell of an entrance by her. She is so much more than just an entrance, because that's what she was known for going into last year, going into this year. A guy like RB3, he's still looking for his first win. It's going to be a tough get against Stacey Howard.
That is true. I think that RB3 is somebody that hasn't really managed to meet his potential here in the Schmodown just yet. I mean, he had a very strong showing against Matt Nost. It went into sudden death. So he is a strong player, but, you know, you see his record in singles. Okay, so he's only ever played once in singles, but he didn't have such a good track record in teams, and I don't know. I think RB3 might be coming for blood.
I think it's good to get some life experience. He's like, what, 12 years old? He's got plenty of time to be good at the movie Trivia Schmodown. In the meantime, there's a whole lot of controversy going on right now that you are embroiled in a little bit of this, because the manager of Stacey Howard's faction is Jay Washington. Jay Washington did a lot of recruiting, And I feel the same way sometimes about him. He's a great comedian, but in his individualistic sensibilities, he really seems to be more out for himself, and maybe that's why he wasn't able to land a big star to go along with Stacey Howard, like a Rachel Cushing or a Clark Wolf, two ladies that you were able to get into the Fight Club.
That is absolutely true. You know why? Because I provided them with something that Jay Washington never could. Class.
Oh, whoa! Getting hot in here. Can you feel that out there? Woo.
No, listen, Jay Washington is somebody, as you say, Mark, you hit the nail on the head. He is very much out for himself. I feel for the guy. He was trying so hard to get to a Clark Wolf, to get a Rachel Cushing on his faction, and he really wanted to win that manager bowl. He did not. I took him down. Again, he's really fighting, and I feel for him, but I also think that the problem is Jay Washington is taking care of Jay Washington and maybe not so much his actual team.
As a desperate guy myself, I know that we give off a certain scent, and maybe that's what scared away a Clark Wolfer and Emma Fyffe running into the open arms of Fight Club. I mean, look, Jay Washington trying to build the Viper squad right now, so he's settling that. We don't know what Stacey Howard's entrance is going to be, or even RB3's for that matter. We do know that they're here in studio, and they gave a pretty rousing set of pregame interviews. Check them out right now.
Y'all probably wondering, where's RB3 been this past year? You know, I know I got thrown into the manager position. You know, I had Copster as my old manager. When can I get a match? You know, asking him like he's my daddy. That ain't happening no more, son. I'm independent. I'm on my own. RB3's here to kill.
Listen, some of these young bucks, these young guns, like to come in and say, I'm going to own the school. You know, I rule this school. Little do they forget, okay? I came first. I'm here to prove that these little boys and girls don't know what they're doing, and I'm the one that's going to come on top today, okay?
Listen, Stacey Howard, I know I'm a big fan of yours. You're a great competitor. You even beat Mark Ellis. That's impressive. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty impressive. But it's not enough for RB3, okay? I'm on a revenge tour. I'm coming for you.
I had a setback with Rachel the Crusher Cushing. Who doesn't? She's called the Crusher for a reason. But you know what? I'm not going against the Crusher today. I'm going against... Who's the guy I'm going against again? RB3? Who the heck is that? I don't even know what that means. Is this Star Wars? Is he a trash can?
Here's a fact, Stacey Howard. You are underestimating your boy. RB3 is here for the kill, and get ready to hear those famous words. When Christian announced the winner, RB3.
Quite honestly, what am I even doing here with these kiddos? Is this Muppet Babies? Who am I even going against? It's ridiculous. You know, I'm not 2-1. I'm not 1-1. I'm 3-1, okay? I own the school. I invented the big entrances. I invented the costumes and the flash and the flair. I am the sassy one, so I'm coming for you.
So you look at and Stacey Howard, not only is her entrance game always on point, she knows a lot about movies, and she's starting to really get a handle on trash talk. She's making it seem like she doesn't even need to be here to get the win. She's already making herself 3-1. She's given herself the victory already.
I mean, listen, you want to talk about showing some real loyalty to Jay Washington? That's what we're seeing in Stacey Howard. I mean, the Stacey who we first met would have never come in saying things like, oh, I've already seen the future. I've got this match in the bag. She's, I don't know, though. It's like, where does the line of confidence become arrogance?
Absolutely. And then you look at RB3, I mean, coming from a long line of storied USC grads, George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola, Marcus Allen, the great running back, RB3 has a legacy to live up to. He plans on starting that legacy right here, right now. They both have a very, I would say, variety of weaknesses and strengths. Let's go to the tail of the tape, Miss Fyffe.
Absolutely. First, we have got Stacey Howard. Her strengths include romantic comedies, dance movies, and making an entrance. And then RB3 on the other side of the table, we've got Oscars, 2000s, and movies they teach in film school.
He is very astute at the film school movies. He hasn't been on Earth that long, neither is Stacey Howard, but they both have a lot in their noggin when it comes to cinema. Emma Fyffe, are you ready to go?
I am ready, Mark Ellis. Are you ready?
Oh, hey, does a fat baby like Def Leppard? Then let's get ready to schmodown! For the introductions today, I'm going to rest my throat, as is Emma Fyffe. We're going to turn it over to the one, the only, the former commissioner, Mr. Christian George Harloff. Take it away.
Introducing first, I am Killmonger. Representing The Meaning of Podcast. Led to the ring by Ace with a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat. This is RB3.
And
I hear his name. I don't see
looking
him.
around.
Okay,
Here
all
comes
right.
RB3. Taking his time. Ace hyping the crowd up. Teammates on the Meaning of Podcast.
Teammates in the ring, except not really because Ace isn't playing. But
The intensity in Andres Cabrera eyes belies the relaxed look that RB3 has right now. He is a confident kid coming into this. Now, Andres Cabrera, he used to be an intern on Schmoes No. Now he doesn't even greet me when he comes in the studio. What's going on here,
I
Emma?
didn't even know he was here till he walked through those curtains.
He is a sneaky little guy, but I will tell you this. Ace is very serious, and he does not align himself with people who don't know movies. RB3 making his entrance. Very excited to see how this match plays out, and he's going to be going up against one heck of a formidable opponent, Christian.
And his opponent, representing the Viper Squad, with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. She is the 2017 Ultimate Schmodown quarterfinalist, Sassy Stacey Howard.
And Stacey Howard
There she
emerges.
is in the house, and
Oh,
Janine
wow.
the Machine is with her.
Janine is here.
And of course, Jay Washington.
Of course, Jay Washington
Not
here.
far behind. Yep.
He's calling out Emma 5, pointing over the announcing desk. Janine walking out. Janine getting in RB3's face a little bit, grabbing the mic.
I have something to say.
Hold on, wait. Before we get this started, real quick, can I get this for 1 second? Look at Pink Kool-Aid Head. You got lucky when you just so happened to persuade Scary Clark and even scarier Rachel Cushion to join the Fame Club. So I think my machine has something she would like to offer you.
Okay. First off, don't think I missed that shade you were trying to throw Mark Ellis.
I
My
wasn't-
way.
I'm just here refereeing
Secondly,
this.
Blondie. I'm
Very
about to
original
end.
insult.
I'm about to end your Fife life.
Oh, that rhymes too. This is
I'm
getting
not
dirty.
going anywhere until you give me an answer to a challenge right now.
Oh,
In like a
Right now.
in,
It is
in
challenge
the trivia arena.
Yeah.
What else do you think it is?
Yeah.
Dirt.
okay. Do I hear you
Listen.
right, Janine? You're challenging Emma 5 to a movie trivia Schmodown match.
It's not that hard to understand.
I'm just shocked by hearing all of this.
There's no plugs plugging you in, Ellis. Listen, it's either A plus B equals C. What do you want to do?
I accept.
Wow.
Wow.
We'll leave you to it.
That was pretty crazy, and as somebody who's going to be at the Hartford Funny Bone at the end of April, that is, I mean, look, so Janine comes out. She is clearly challenging you. I thought she might be intimidated by you. She wants to go head-to-head. What just happened here, Emma?
I have no idea. Listen, I feel like I've seen too many people fall from grace under the influence of Jay Washington. So I gotta put a stop to it. You know, Janine, she was a nice girl. She was a fan. She was making all this great artwork, and now look at her. So I think
winner.
it's time to set her straight.
Okay, well, look, before we ask the competitors if they're ready, I know, do you need to calm down? Do you need a glass of water? You just had a challenge issue. Are you okay to go?
Oh, I'm okay. Listen, I've been called Blondie plenty of times in my life. It ain't no thing.
All right, Emma's dusting it off like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. RB3, are you ready to go?
Oh, it's challenge day, baby.
All right, Stacey Howard, you ready to play?
Zetas Lapidus, I'm ready to go.
It's time to Schmodown! All right, in our Patreon match here, for you patrons exclusively getting this a week early, in round 1, you guys are going to hear 8 questions. They are asked to the field. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. Keep in mind, competitors, you each have 3 usages of the JTE rule. If you need a question re-asked, that's what we use that for. You each have 1 challenge. If you're not sure of how a question or an answer was ruled, you may use your challenge. If it is upheld, you get to keep your challenge to use possibly later on in the match. Here we go. In the world of animated movies is where your first question comes from. And it is, what is the name of Princess Jasmine's pet tiger in Disney's Aladdin?
Did you ever have a pet tiger, Mark?
I had a pet cat named Fred who thought he was a tiger. He had claws. They were mean. 5, 4, 3. I love him every day. I love him. 2, 1, and pens down. Stacey Howard.
Giagu?
That
It is not Giagu. It is it's RB3.
No,
All right.
Princess Jasmine was a little bit more creative than that.
I'll say RB3 was more accurate than Stacey. Neither one gets the point. You might have been thinking of Iago, the parrot, voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. See, I still know something about movie trivia. Okay, Emma
Good for
Fife,
you.
you go next.
The answer we were looking for was Raja.
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 It's, pronunciation was kind of close.
All right. Second question in the category of comedy. This SNL actress played the lead in 2016's Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
If I gave you the choice between having a glass of whiskey, doing the tango, or doing the foxtrot, which one do you take?
I don't think I know how to foxtrot, but I'm going to go with whiskey.
No,
though,
I was
either
going to say,
way.
sounds like
yeah,
you're
it's
answering
definitely whiskey.
with alcohol. We go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. RB3.
Tina Fey.
That is correct for 1 point.
And Stacey Howard.
Tina Fey.
Also correct. Both competitors now on the board with 1.
All right, no perfect games tossed in round 1, but a lot of points still out there to be had. Your next category is action adventure. Action adventure movies. And the question is, who plays the title character in the 2002 action thriller Triple X?
This movie was the subject of some marketing scandal, given all the X's in the title.
A lot of X's, a lot of parents not wanting their children to see a movie with 3 X. 1 X is fine.
Yeah.
2 X's, okay. 3 X's, no
Crossing
way.
the line.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. They have it. Stacey Howard, your answer is?
Baldy himself, Vin Diesel.
It is Vin Diesel on RB3.
Dominic Toretto himself, Vin Diesel.
All right, going 2 franchises there.
Okay, you know
Ds.
character names.
Fast
All right.
and Furious.
2 to 2.
Right.
Favorite franchise.
Question number 4. The category is horror thriller. Who directed 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street?
I was always more partial to the Nightmare on Elm Streets than the Friday the 13th.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
At some point, kids got to realize you don't go camping. What are you going to do about somebody in your
I
dreams?
don't know, but we got
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, repeat the question.
Ooh, boy.
Who directed 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Scrappy veteran move there by
true.
Stacey Howard. 5, 4, 3, a 2, and a 1. We go to RB3.
Wes Craven.
That is correct for 1 point.
Wes Craven.
And
Also correct.
the usage of the JTE
It was
rule
very
paid
good.
off.
It did.
Stacey Howard has been here before, and now we come to one of her favorite categories. These are romantic comedies. Somebody falls in love and has some missteps along the way that we all enjoy. What actress played the diary writing lead in Bridget Jones's Diary? Crowd's starting to get a little antsy.
I know,
with
they
some
are,
of these.
absolutely.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Stacey Howard.
Renee Zellweger.
Give her a point. RB3.
Renee Zellweger.
Very good.
That says Zellweger. That says Zellweger.
All right, wait. I don't know. I'm
Says
not good with the
Zellweger.
spelling.
It's Zellweger. They're missing a W.
It does say
wait, wait,
Zellweger.
wait.
Zellweger is not the name.
What? Come on, that's the point.
No.
I know the answer.
Zellweger, there's a W. Zellweger is not her last name. It's not spelling, okay? There's missing a whole letter. It's a whole different last name.
I mean,
Is it one letter though, or?
No, it's Zellweger with a W. You're saying Zellweger.
I heard him say Zellweger.
but he did
No, but
also
I said
say
it first,
it after Stacey Howard said it first.
He did say it after Stacey Howard said it first, so unfortunately, given the spelling, we needed that W in there, so we cannot award the point
Yep.
to RB3.
I know my rom-coms.
Although
I know them.
it breaks my heart to
Mama
do that
raised me
ruling,
right.
but
It
I
does.
do think it is the right
I
one.
do know how to spell. Thank you, teacher Brianne.
It is 4-3. Apologies to anybody actually named Renee Zellweger out there.
But you just got a shout out here on the Movie Trivia Schmodown. So that's your 15 minutes of fame right there. All right. Question 6. The category is family films. What actress voices the giant python Kaa in the 2016 live-action remake of The Jungle Book?
Breaking news here on the Schmodown. You know they're doing
Yes.
the live action
Questionable.
Lion King.
Lion King.
Yeah.
It's
Is
still
it live
questionable
action?
if it's live
Is it
action.
live
It's
action?
all animated technically
5,
still.
4, 3, 2, and a 1. We are going to go to RB3 first.
Scarlett Johansson.
That is
Nailed
correct.
it. Nailed it. Stacey
And
Howard.
good spelling.
I had Lupita Nyong'o. She's the new one.
Nope. Not Lupita Nyong'o. Great actress, though.
Now we find
Anyway.
ourselves tied here at 4 apiece with 2 questions left in round 1. Fantasy sci-fi is your penultimate category, and the question therein. Who plays Tom Cruise's commanding officer, Master Sergeant Farrell, once he's assigned to the front in Edge of Tomorrow? You know, I got to do
Unfortunately
a,
titled movie, but good movie.
a
It's
lot
just
of
people
people-
didn't know what it was, you know?
people. I think
Yeah.
I think it was All You Need Is Kill, or
Yeah,
was it
that
Live,
was what
Die,
it was based
Repeat,
on. Yeah,
or
Live, Die, Repeat. It had so many titles.
Groundhog Day with bugs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Stacey Howard.
Bill Paxton?
Give her a
is correct.
point. RB3.
Bill Paxton.
He got that one too.
right.
5-5. Last question.
All tied up. The following question comes to you from Spencer Hunt, a Patreon supporter.
Thank you,
What's up,
Spencer.
Spencer?
Yes, thank you so much. And the category is sports.
I like it.
What movie starred Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton as brothers competing in a mixed martial arts tournament?
You know, my brother and I competed in a number of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, what
tournaments.
kind of martial arts were
Well, they weren't sanctioned. They were they were more of us jumping off each other's bunk beds.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can either of the competitors get Spencer Hunt's question right? RB3, we go to you first.
Nah, it's not the fighter, but
It is
is
not the
not.
fighter. Does Stacey Howard have it for the lead?
Warrior.
She got it. 6-5.
All right.
And Stacey Howard, by the slimmest of margins, has the lead as we go into round 2. Here's how round 2 works. Each competitor is going to get 1 spin at the mythical Wheel of Justice. Whatever wedge you land on, you can decide to keep that category or spin again. If you do spin again, you have to settle on whatever category you then spin. Each category has 4 questions lying inside of it, waiting for you to answer it correctly. If you do so, you get 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1 point. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available in round 2, and I will note, because this is a Patreon match, one of those wedges out there is actually provided by one of our patrons, and that is Holiday Movies. So if you land on Holiday Movies, you're going to get a shout out. Whoever patron supported that, thank you so much. And in that vein, in the match that we had with the Shire Wolves, they actually hit a Patreon wedge, and
They
that was
did.
Dance Movies. So shout out to Tarl Cowley. Tarl Cowley, big shout out. Thank you for selecting Dance Movies. You had a song in your heart and a dance in your step, and you made it all the way to the movie Trivia Schmodown. Without further ado, Stacey Howard, you have a 1-point advantage in this Patreon match. Do you want to spin first, or do you want to defer to film student extraordinaire Robert Butler?
Just looking to her manager.
She's looking at the manager. She's looking at the crowd. She's looking with untrusting eyes.
No.
She's
Okay, he goes first. All right,
Okay.
you go first.
all right.
All right.
She's letting RB3 spin first. And here comes
There
the
it
spin by
goes.
RB3. And
That's so
what
spin, you
a
spin.
spin it is.
Very. It's a
RB3.
really pleasant spin. You know, I feel like RB3 is a very pleasant person, and the spin just really accurately reflects who he is.
And what spin is that going to be? Is it going to be Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey?
McConaughey.
Okay, he's saying no to McConaughey. Not a fan of Lincoln or Carl's Jr. I'm pretty sure that's McConaughey's voice. It's annoying me that I don't know for sure. I need to Google those radio ads. Comes around and around. What do you think he's looking for here?
I mean, there's not a film school category.
Oh,
Oh,
Pixar movies.
He
and
seems happy about it, or I don't know if he's just really happy he didn't get opponent's choice.
maybe he's
A
just
little
happy
unclear.
he didn't land on McConaughey again. RB3,
So
are you
close.
happy with the Pixar spin?
it's okay. It's okay. I can
All
manage.
right.
All right, Emma Fife will be administering your questions, sir, in the world of Pixar movies. And your first one
Here we
begins
are.
right
All
now.
In the 2012 Pixar film Brave, eating magic cake turns Merida's mom into what?
A bear.
That is correct for 2 points.
He's seen at least one Pixar movie. We know that
He
now.
absolutely has. Question 2. What Pixar film was the first to receive a PG rating in the U.S.? Slightly higher than G. 5, 4,
Multiple
3.
choice.
All right. Is it A, Cars, B, The Incredibles, C, Monsters, Inc., or D, Wall-E?
Incredibles.
That is correct for 1 point.
Got a point. Negotiating his way around this round nicely so far.
Absolutely. All right, question 3. In Toy Story 2, we finally meet Buzz's arch rival, an evil Emperor space villain that goes by what name?
Zoo. You know what? I'm not even gonna try. Give me multiple choice.
Okay. Is it
He
A?
learned his lesson from Renee in round 1.
Exactly. Is it A, Scud, B, Zurg, C, Mordu, or D, Scourge?
B.
That is correct for 1 point.
Give him a point. He's got one question left.
All right, final question. In Finding Nemo, what does Dory name the baby jellyfish she finds?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Squishy, B, Squashy?
Squishy.
Yep, that is correct. 1 point.
10-6. And, you know, he hasn't been in many of these matches yet. A masterful playing of that round. Not sure the answer. He had a couple inclinations. He went to multiple choice to make sure Stacey Howard couldn't get a boatload of points, and no steals ensued as a
That
result.
is definitely true. And though there were a couple answers in there, I think that if he just waited a little longer and thought about it, he did know it and could have come away with 2 points instead of 1.
All right, well, we're going to find out if that strategy paid off when Stacey Howard gets up to the wheel for a spin. Stacey Howard now a 4-point deficit she finds herself in. She could be up by as many as 4 points as we go into round 3.
All right.
And Stacey Howard with the spin. Arguably a better spin than RB3.
I would say that's accurate.
It just keeps going. Is she going to get McConaughey? She's looking at. Oh, this could be opponent's choice. This could be big. Romance. She's going to stick with it.
She feels confident that she knows about romance without all the comical
Got nervous.
missteps.
I barely missed opponent's choice. I'm not risking it again.
All right. Alyssa, and here we go. Stacey Howard selecting romance. And your first question. In movies that know the language of love, for 2 points, Keira Knightley starred in which feature film adapted from a Jane Austen novel?
Pride and Prejudice.
2 points.
Yep.
2004.
Starting out hot, her heart is aflutter, and there's 3 more questions. In what film do Ashton Kutcher and Amanda Peet slowly fall in love over the course of 7 years?
I know it, but I'm not sure of it, so multiple choice.
Is it A, Squishy, B, Squashy? Excuse me, looking at the wrong multiple choice. Is it A, No Strings Attached, B, A Lot Like Love, C, Griffin and Phoenix, or D, Please Give?
A Lot Like Love.
Give her a point. We're within 1. Very even-keeled crowd here. I've seen half the support for RB3, half for Stacey Howard. They're appreciating the performance of both thus far. We'll see if it gets a little more heated into round 3. You have 2 questions left. In round 2, Stacey, in the world of romance, your penultimate question is, where do Landon and Jamie share their first kiss in A Walk to Remember?
I'll need to go multiple choice on that one.
We can provide that. Is it A, during the school play, B, walking home from school, C, at their senior prom, or D, outside an observatory? Five.
Is it a school play?
4. You know, the movie's called A Walk to Remember. Their first kiss wasn't during a walk. It was during the school play. What a horribly titled movie. And now we are tied at 10 as Stacey Howard has 1 question left in round 2 to get as much as a 2-point lead as we head into the last round. Stacey, your question is, who plays David and Jillian's daughter, Rachel, in To Jillian on her 37th birthday?
Oh, I should know this.
Could go multiple choice.
RB3.
What a gentleman.
Sportsman.
RB3.
5, 4, 3.
Claire Danes?
Great actress, horrible cry face. It is Claire Danes and Stacey Howard. 12-10. Both competitors really having a solid round 2, Emma.
It's true, yeah. I mean, you got Stacey Howard getting by the skin of her teeth on that last question, but you know what?
Still got it.
That is the mark of a seasoned player. She trusted
Pop
the
this
fact
turtleneck.
that she knew the answer and knew it was worth taking the risk because they were tied up.
I've never seen two people think harder about romance movies and Pixar movies than what we just got in round 2. And now we move on to round 3, where someone's fate is going to get decided. Somebody's going to come out of here a winner and somebody a loser, or we could go to sudden death. So here's how round 3 works, is that each competitor is going to have 3 questions. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. Your last question, should we get that far, is worth 5 points. Here's how we get the questions. You guys will give us 3 numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Stacey Howard, you are in the lead, so you will give us your 3 numbers first.
6, 12, 16.
6, 12, and 16.
Ready to go with a bunch of even numbers. RB3, you are in college.
I guess 3, 15, 18.
All right, he went 2 odds and an even.
He did.
Interesting strategy by RB3. He is trailing, so he's going to have his first question asked. RB3, you selected category number 3. And for 2 points, your question is going to be in the world of sports movies. RB3, for 2 points, your question is, who played the legendary coach in the biographical movie Miracle? Coach Herb Brooks. 5, 4, 3,
Denzel.
2. It was not Denzel. Would have been an interesting casting choice. Kurt Russell. Looking for
Come on,
A little
Kurt
different than Denzel Washington.
Russell. Still probably a good movie.
A favorite of mine.
Absolutely.
Okay, so RB3 still looking to force Stacey Howard to ask a question. If she does not have to answer a question, this is going to be what is known as a technical knockout.
Or a TKO.
RB3, you selected category 15 for your 3-point question, and that is, in the world of comedy, is where your 3-pointer comes from. Swingline was the brand of what appliance used by Milton in Office Space?
Printer.
Incorrect. Looking for a stapler.
Red
It was his
stapler.
red Swingline stapler. And now, Emma, all of a sudden, we are here.
We are.
This is why young ones don't make it.
This
Comes down to
is
this for RB3 anyway.
potentially
my
the
red
last
stapler?
question that RB3 is going to see here. It is 12-10 right now. RB3 gets this. He's going to force Stacey to answer multiple questions correctly. If he misses it, Stacey Howard wins the match. Question is, Brad Pitt played a Grim Reaper in what 1990s romantic comedy? Category of Brad Pitt. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Use your JTE rule. Brad Pitt played a Grim Reaper in what 1990s romantic drama?
I don't know. Guessing.
5.
Interview with
4.
a Vampire.
And your winner by way of technical knockout, Sassy Stacey Howard.
Stacey Howard getting the W.
That turtleneck.
RB3.
I gotta give her props for that. It was
Meet Joe Black was
yes.
the correct answer for RB3, and unfortunately, he just sometimes it just comes down to which numbers you pick in round 3 to go with.
And
it didn't work out in his favor today.
Sometimes it also boils down to wisdom and age, which RB3 is maybe lacking a little of.
Meet Joe Black. I remember going to see that movie because it had the Phantom Menace trailer attached to it. Star Wars Episode 1. I don't think anybody saw Meet Joe Black to go see Meet Joe Black, but the question did appear, and it was a 5-pointer. RB3 missing it. Stacey Howard getting the victory. What does this do for her as she matriculates deeper into the Viper Club squad?
I mean, listen, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that Stacey Howard is a formidable competitor here in the Movie Trivia Schmodown, and I don't know. I think she's kind of the Viper Club's #1 seed at this point. She's upholding the banner, and I'm curious to see if her performance inspires other people to maybe join the club, because I'm telling you, it's not Jay Washington that's inspiring loyalty.
Your curiosity is shared by me. Emma Fife, she said she was going to be 3-1, and now Stacey Howard is 3-1. She, as well as our unfortunate loser RB3, are both going to have their post-game interviews right now.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Oh. What's up, Movie Trivia Schmodown fans and patrons? I'm Brianne Chandler, waiting on the Viper Squad to arrive for this interview. And now they have arrived.
So, before we do any of this, remember, you weren't even supposed to be here. You know, I think I'm taking time away from the Schmodown. You're doing backstage. It doesn't matter. You said you were gone, and you left with the lamest person in the entire Schmodown.
Yeah. You know why I left, Jay?
Yeah, please tell me. Yeah, I would like to hear a good, legit.
Well, here's why I left. You know, you gave me a voice, and then you would never let me speak. And then you would do things like say you'd believe in me, and then you'd recruit behind my back people that I didn't even necessarily want in this faction. You made decisions that just weren't right for me, so that's why I had to go. But this isn't about you, Jay.
I made decisions.
This isn't about me. This is about Stacy. She just had a win.
She did.
And let's
talk to Stacy.
Let's talk to Stacy. You're 3-1 now, Stacy.
I knew it. I said it. I called it. This is the future. The future is now. I'm 3-1.
What was your record?
I don't know. 2-2. Does it even matter?
I mean, you're here.
I mean, I'm at 500. I'm up there with Josh McCouga. I really don't give a shit.
So now you're drunk. Because
I actually don't drink anymore. I don't know if you know this.
Well, that's just McCouga record.
Really good.
That's a McCouga record. But anyway, continuing asking Stacy questions.
It is about Stacy. Thank you. Let's make it about Stacy.
Make it about Stacy.
Let's make it about Stacy.
Okay.
So, what are you looking at next?
Oh man. Well, today was just focused on beating the young guns in this competition. I just wanted to prove myself as the old boss. So as far as what's next, who I want to challenge, who I want to compete against, who I want to go against, I'm better than just a costume. I'm better than just an entrance. I've proved myself as a real competitor. I'm up here to win. I want a title match. I want a belt. I want a championship. I don't want just, she's skirted by on a few questions. Oh, is she dressed up in a funny costume from the Disney Channel movie?
Oh,
screw
she played
all that.
0-1.
You know what, though? This is a chance for me to solidify myself as one of the big boys in this competition, okay? Not just playing dress up from my mom's, little closet or whatever. I'm here to win. I'm here to play. I'm here to beat everyone.
I hope you do beat everyone. I hope you get that title.
I do.
I really do.
I think I will.
See? And I hope Jay doesn't recruit anyone you don't want on your team.
Since you want to bring that, I actually tried to recruit somebody who you finally decided to beat, okay? With a little bit of motivation and encourage, you beat Clark. We were there for you. You don't seem to remember that. So you can listen to Blondie out there talking about I'm all about self, but this was all about us. So you stepped aside. I had to bring her in because I was thinking about Stacy's betterment, not my own. So now she has to go and beat up on Emma because you are pointless.
Would I be beating up on Emma if it wasn't Janine? That's what I want to know. Clearly, Jay has some issues he needs to work through, but what about you, Stacy?
I mean, I think that actually you have the issues in this situation. This interview is over. I've said my piece.
You heard it here, folks. This interview is over. We are back with the second place finisher, RB3.
Yeah, thanks for sugarcoating the word loser. I really appreciate that. Thanks for having me, Brianne. Thanks for having me to Schmodown. This is my second singles match. Of course, I didn't come to play the way I expected to. LA traffic get you a little rattled.
Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Coming in here, you were like, well, it wasn't going my way coming to the match today. I don't know if I can let go of that. Is that what happens?
I think it's part of it, man. But part of it, I'm not a good speller. So it's tough.
It happens
they let
to all of
JT
us.
get away with easier stuff. Hey, I'm not gonna challenge it. I don't want to make the. But hey, listen, I want to build my way up to a JT one of these days. But I gotta secure some wins first. This game I just didn't do it. The Pixar category was cool, but I shouldn't have went multiple choice. I knew a lot of the ones like The Incredibles was Zorg, but I didn't want to give it a chance. But
yeah, I mean that's the thing. You need the confidence, man. You had those, but that confidence is like all you needed. You didn't need to go multiple choice for those. You knew those, and I was like, oh,
now
I want to see that.
Are you his manager, or are you going to be we teaming up in the future? What's happening right here? What's happening right now?
We're cool. We're friends. We're cool to team up. I'd be down to do a team together. We'd be a dope tag team. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, the meaning of, we both watch a lot of movies. We study films and whatnot. Maybe not Meet Joe Black type films.
Okay,
But, we'll get
that
to that
one,
day.
honestly, I would skip it in general, but that's just me.
Okay.
So
is it like 3 hours?
It's long, and it's like, why are you so dull, Brad Pitt? This is like, anyways, it's not about Brad Pitt. It's about you.
Thank you.
And I want to know, for you, Ace, you have kind of an inner geekdom mind. Are you going to be entering the ring in inner geekdom?
Inner geekdom is all I do. Comic book movies, Star Wars.
We got to get anime
Lord
on that
of the
wheel.
Rings. I mean, this is what I do. This is what I do for fun. So I'm down anytime to do a straight up inner geekdom for anyone. I'd take down anyone for inner geekdom. I'd go straight for the champ for inner geekdom.
Oh my goodness.
I'm that confident. I really am that confident.
Well, I hope that you get there quickly. And maybe you will.
Yeah,
Let's see you in the next 5-way.
All right. Let's see it.
Who would you like to take on next? What's going on?
I mean, I got to find somebody who's 0-2 just like
How
me.
about
man.
Hal Rudnick?
Hal Rudnick.
I mean, I'm just going to call it right now.
Big fan of Hal Rudnick. I would definitely love to play Hal Rudnick. I think I might have a shot at that one. Again, I have to build my way back up, man. I got to build up to beating somebody with my kind of record, then get up to maybe playing. You're out of commission right now, but maybe definitely you or Stacy coming back, beating the 6 Degrees that beat me originally with me and Cops and the Wangers. I got to get up to beat one of the real rejects, maybe John Humphreys, maybe even though we're buddies, we formal teammates, but hey, we'll I gotta see what's up with those guys too. I just gotta run through get back up to Matt No status, play him too. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm looking forward to your Christian Harloff revenge tour.
Oh yeah.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brianne Miss Movies Chandler, interviewing Stacey Howard. And, Stacey maybe not ready to call anybody out yet as far as who she wants to play to get to that possible 4-1 record. However, a number of calls have already happened today, not the least of which is Janine calling you out, Emma.
That was definitely unexpected. I mean, but let's talk a little bit about Miss Movies dealing with the Viper squad back there. I mean, as far as they're concerned, they used to be the Misfits back when it was her and Stacey and Jay Washington was managing them. And now, they're all egging her on. But, I mean, way to hold it together, Miss Movies. I don't know exactly what direction she is going, but, man, she is showing some major composure.
We've seen a lot of people have to hold their composure, including my co-pilot here announcing today, and RB3. He's going to go back. He's going to lick his wounds. It's not the last we've seen of him competing in the movie Trivia Schmodown by any stretch of the imagination. He just needs to get that one win, and I think that really is going to turn the tide for him. And he mentioned as much in his post-game interview. He might be down, but he is definitely not out. Whole lot of drama going on with Stacey Howard. I mean, this was a really fun match, and thank you to all the patrons who support our Patreon and were able to see this match when you got to check it out a week before everybody else. Emma Fyffe, thank you so much for joining me today. Any parting words you'd like to say to our fans, to Janine, to anybody else out there?
What I would like to say is, to RB3, international Instagram model, keep your head held high. We all believe in you here in the Schmodown, and maybe invent a time machine so you can age up 10 years, and then I think you'll be destroying all of the other competitors
just so
here.
you can see more bad Brad Pitt movies.
Yep.
And for Stacey Howard, congratulations. Beating me has really turned your career around. I'm happy to help wherever I can. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, all you patrons out there. You're going to see your names flash across here because you guys support the heck out of this show. So thank you to people like Dustin Dowd. Thank you to people like Courtney Cakes. It is great to see so many of your smiling faces, or at least names, right now. Check out the Movie Trivia Schmodown Facebook page, the Schmodown Rundown on iTunes. Subscribe right here to Collider Video and tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your mom she misses you that she needs to check out the Movie Trivia Schmodown. For Emma Fyffe, I am Mark Ellis. Emma, why don't you take us out?
All right, guys. See you next time.
What's up, Schmodown fans? Frank here, and here we go. It's your Schmodown Breakdown.
And your winner!
Stacey Howard and RB3 were locked in a very tight match until we got to the final round, in which RB3 was unable to answer any questions correct, and that not only gave Stacey her third win, but a TKO as well. Now, looking at the numbers, RB3 fared a little better than his debut match, answering 60% here. But for Stacey, this is the second time she's answered 80% or better in a match. She first did it in her debut match, answering 85% correct. Now, if you want to stay up to date on stats about all their players and teams from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter, and don't forget to check out the Schmodown Rundown every Saturday on YouTube and your podcast feeds. This has been your Schmodown Breakdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mark the Enforcer Donica, and I'm here to get some work done. Winning is my business. First match being a Fatal 5-Way is a gift, because I am allowed 5 victories at the same time. Every single one of those people is going down, and I'm going to continue. Who are they? Doesn't matter to me.
Winner today in his first match ever, Mark the Enforcer Donica.
That was an incredible match you put on out there.
It's exactly what I said I was going to do. I came in to win, and that's what I did. I got paid in victory. It's all in my brain. I didn't need to rewatch any movies or study or just be on Wikipedia at the last minute going, oh, what are the names of all of the professors of Harry Potter? No, all that stuff's in here.
So now that you won the Fatal 5-Way, what is next for you?
I'm coming for Jason Inman. I'm coming for that championship. It doesn't matter who I'm up against, whoever wins the next Fatal 5-Way match, because I came, I saw, and I got paid.
When are you getting in the ring?
Hopefully pretty soon. I was talking to Christian about it.
Ooh.
Maybe, yeah, I might throw my hand in the ring a little bit. I'm pretty confident in my movie knowledge, so I've seen pretty much almost every Schmodown match, so even dating back to AfterBuzz, so I don't know, we'll see. My name is Jared Haben. It's my first time on the Schmodown, and I am here to win the Inner Geekdom match. So I'm known for the Bachelor series. That's what I've always been known, this like reality TV personality, but I'm a movie lover. I know film. That's why I'm here. I love the Schmodown. I've been watching for years, and now I'm here to kind of throw my name in the ring. If I win today, I'm 2 matches away from facing Jason Inman for the Inner Geekdom Championship belt. That's crazy to me, because I remember watching Jason Inman win that belt and thinking, oh, that'd be awesome if one day I'd be able to get on the Schmodown and kind of just showcase my movie knowledge. And now I'm here, and I have the opportunity.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout,
I'm just ecstatic right now because I've been a Schmodown fan for so long. So to come in and win my first match the way I did.
How are you feeling going into the match against Mark Donica? You think you're ready for it, or are you going to be doing some studying?
Oh, I'll definitely be doing some studying. Totally. He's a great competitor, so it's going to be a tough match, and so we'll see who's more of a geek.
Trivia Schmodown, #1 contender Inner Geekdom match. I am Emma Fife, joined on the table today by one John Roca.
How's it going, Emma?
I'm great.
This is exciting. I don't usually get to call a match. I'm calling an Inner Geekdom match. They know because I don't know anything about this stuff, so they know I won't be cheating in any way, shape, or form in a future match because this is some incredible stuff.
I think they only put me up here because I know how to pronounce most of the names that you come across, like especially the Lord of the Rings ones.
Yeah, Holmes Deep. I've been there. I know there's something there.
Been some trouble with that
I know
in the
there's
past.
something that's
and
right.
Joining us on the table today, we have a very special guest from Crackle's brand new original scripted series, The Oath, Corey Hardrick.
Thank you. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here, man.
Yes.
So before we get into this incredible match that we have lined up here today, Corey, can you tell us a little bit about this new show that you're on, The Oath?
Oh, wow. It's the best show of the year, hands down. Give it up, people. Come on. Listen. The oath. I mean, we're dealing with a world of like cops here, you know, in the police gang, and then we have family element as well. We tie it all together, and we just kick a lot of ass, man.
So it's a real nice family-friendly kind of show then, right? Like watch it with your kids.
Yes, it's really family-friendly. It's like a slice of real life as well. So,
there you go.
It's reality at its finest.
And
so
you got a
show.
great lineup of actors, including you, Katrina Law, who we've seen on Arrow, Sean Bean, saw his head getting cut off, and then we also have Elizabeth Rome, who I'm a massive fan of from Law & Order. So what is it like working with this cast, being on this cast, like getting involved with these people?
It's an amazing ensemble. We're like one big family, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we're a good team, and we have camaraderie on and off, like set.
Right.
And you forgot Ryan Quanten from
Ryan
True
Quanten.
Blood.
I love Ryan Quanten.
Yeah, he plays my big brother Steve.
Right
Sean
on.
Bean plays my father. We got Arlen Escarpeta. We got JJ Soria. So we're the Raven Gang.
Yeah.
And it's pretty intense, man. It's emotional. It's great. It's a great show.
You know,
man.
people don't know this. That was the name for one of the factions, Raven Gang. Initially, when the Schmodown was coming together, we couldn't quite get it to the right people involved.
Yeah, man.
Now, speaking of this family and this team that you guys have built working on The Oath, my understanding is 50 Cent is a producer on
Yes,
this. Is
50
that correct?
Cent is a producer on the show. Give it up for 50 Cent.
50!
Yes.
50
Oh
Cent.
my gosh.
Did you get to work with him much?
We didn't, but he came down to Puerto Rico, and he
cool.
blessed us with his great energy and his creative, and he loves the show, and he's championing this thing to the world. So shout out to 50 Cent, for believing in us.
He's
yes.
always in the club, man. How about
Oh,
how about Joe Halpin? From what I
Joe.
understand, he's mixed in some of
Yeah.
his real experiences in the show, right?
Joe's great,
Can
man.
you talk about that a
Joe
little bit?
created this. I mean, this is his baby. He lived this life, being in the force for like 17 years. So, you know, we got a real in-depth, hands-on experience from Joe, and everything is authentic.
Yeah.
And he lets us play, you know, within the worlds. And he's like the greatest showrunner ever on the planet.
Yeah, so it gives it realism, but he also lets you guys play.
Yes,
within
he
the
lets us
lines.
play,
It's fun,
but
yeah.
he makes sure that we're still staying true
That's
to
awesome.
what he envisioned, and it's a lot of fun, man. So shout out to Joe.
Now, what would you say, if anything, were some of the biggest challenges that you faced working on
Surviving
the show?
2 hurricanes, man.
I mean, that's legit.
But you know, the people who they didn't survive in Puerto Rico, but it's kind of like, you know, they're beautiful souls and spirits out there, you know, and we had to go back to finish this show to bring money and business there, and we did everything we could. Some of the girls in the cast, they donated through like Red Cross and different charities.
That's great.
To make sure people had like clean water, clothes, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's entertainment giving back in the way that it absolutely should.
Oh
so.
yeah, that's what it should be. It's
All
all
right.
about love.
It is. It's all about love, except
Yes.
here in the movie Trivia Schmodown, where it is cutthroat competition.
There it is.
So let's talk a little bit about the match that we have going on today. So first, this is an Inner Geekdom #1 contender match between two competitors who each won a Fatal 5-Way and really proved themselves in their own in their own right. I can talk. First up, we have Mark Donica. Now, Mark Donica in his Fatal 5-Way, he and Adam Plavik were neck and neck for the entire run. And then Donica came out on top. So
it was incredible, Emma, to watch. You know, Donica, I've worked with him on a show, seen his knowledge, know his knowledge. He kept it cool, and he came out on top. And there were rumors that he's looking for a faction to be a part of. There are rumors he's looking at the Fight Club, at Lions Den. Can you give us an update on that?
I mean, you know, Donica and I talked. We had a great conversation. Obviously, he's somebody that I've been friends with for a long time, and I have nothing but the utmost confidence in his abilities. And you know, he said he'd give me an answer after the match, so we'll see what it is.
Well, we'll see how the match goes and what he thinks. Yeah.
We'll see. And then we have Jared Habon, and he, oh man, let me tell you, he TKO'd the entire table in his Fatal 5-Way.
Of course, do you know Jared Habon? Do you know? He's a bachelor. He was on The Bachelor, right? Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah, right. He
What's
was
his
handing out
last name?
roses. Habon, yeah, he was handing out roses, and now he is handing out beatings here at the Schmodown.
He's beating people?
Yes.
I'm gonna watch him beat people.
not
physically, right?
Oh,
It ain't
okay.
the show. It ain't you.
Yeah,
There's
he's,
just a little more.
he's beating them with his impressive knowledge of all things geekdom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the thing is, you know, you've got one player who really proved himself, was neck and neck with another very tough competitor. And then you have another one who, and this is no offense to anybody else playing on the table. I mean, Jared won that match fair and square. He scored very well, and it should be very interesting to see what these two competitors are going to bring to the table today.
And Emma, he had 4 knockouts in one match. He's the only competitor to ever do that. And as a guy who knows about all the belts, all the records, I have nothing but respect for that record. That's an incredible record to have.
It is.
Wow, that sounds incredible. Man.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Now let me ask you this, Corey.
Yes.
This is our Inner Geekdom League. So all the questions today are going to be about like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and Star Wars, Star Trek, comic book movies. Is this an area of expertise for you?
Oh, wow. Not really. I'm so sorry, but I'm honest. No, not really. But I've heard of all those movies you just told me about.
Excellent. That is a great start. Well, we thank you for your honesty. And speaking of, let's see what these two competitors had to say to each other before the match.
So I'm back here on the Schmodown after I won my 5-way fatal match on the Inner Geekdom, and now I'm facing Donica, and then it's the #1 contender spot. So whoever wins today gets to face Jason Inman for the Inner Geekdom Championship belt. And everybody's looking at Donica as he's the next best thing. He's getting calls from the Lion's Den. Everybody thinks he's going to be the next Inner Geekdom champion. Nobody's taking me seriously, and that's just fine by me because I'm here to compete, I'm here to win, and I'm here to face Jason Inman for the Inner Geekdom Championship belt.
I'm feeling beyond confident. This guy, Jared something or other, he doesn't even fit with my Fatal 5-Way, let alone his. Did you see that performance? It was terrible.
I've always found myself to be a little bit of an underdog throughout my entire life. I've never been the tallest, I've never been the biggest or the fastest or the smartest, the best looking. I've always just kind of like coasted through, and I've always felt like I've always been overlooked in my life. And so I think this is another challenge where I'm being overlooked in the Inner Geekdom League, and that's okay by me because I'm just going to keep fighting.
The fact that I've just debuted, I have my first victory against 4 other opponents, and I'm in a #1 contendership match, it's all par for the course. My eyes have been on that Inner Geekdom Championship since before you've even seen me on camera. I've been here, I've been scouting, I've been watching all of the tape. Jason Inman, you're next.
I am really nervous playing Donica. He is very intelligent in the geek world. He knows what he's talking about. He knows Star Wars, he knows Marvel. So I'm just going to kind of try to go in there, and then hopefully the wheel lands on opponent's choice. I get to choose his second round, because if he lands on Star Wars, that could be really bad for me. So I'm excited, but I'm really nervous to face Donica because he's really good.
At the end of my match, I got approached by the Lion's Den. That was only the beginning. I've gotten calls from Emma Fife and the Fife Club, the League, Jay Washington. Everybody knows talent when they see it, and that's me.
Today I'm going to face Donica, and I think Donica, you're going to have a challenge on your hands.
Jared Hillbong, Bill Bong. Listen, Bill Bong. Today is going to be a completely different thing than what you're expecting. There's not going to be a mass of people hunting for your adoration. This isn't no rose ceremony. You're going to be left by yourself, crying a loser.
Whew.
All right.
Some strong words from both competitors.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that coming out of Haybon, but Donica, he really stepped up.
It's true. I mean, listen, I think everybody discounts Mark Donica as this kind of nice, mild-mannered guy. Obviously, he's done a lot of behind-the-scenes work at places like AfterBuzz and Geek and Sundry.
Yes.
And, you know, when he steps into the spotlight, man, he really soaks it up.
Yeah, he goes from teddy bear to grizzly bear in 0 to 60.
Bear.
It's pretty, in 5 seconds.
He's like a silent ninja, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Donica,
but you see
I know
him coming, that's for sure.
He's
a big guy,
okay.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, with Haybon, I mean, he's feeling super confident going into this. I mean, why wouldn't he? He TKO'd an entire table worth of competitors before. He, in his first match, has one of the best records, technically, in all of Schmodown history.
Yeah.
So it's
And
just,
look at that name, Haybon. He sounds like a superhero, doesn't he?
yeah, that sounds like a secret superhero
He's
identity.
got the
for
chin
sure.
line of a superhero, and he seduces you with his eyes. Be careful with the eyes.
You gotta watch out.
Yeah.
You gotta watch
I'm
out.
gonna wear that blindfold when I play him.
Though I
don't wanna
think
look at him.
people are they're fooled by Mark Donica's glasses. I think
That's
sometimes
true.
people think people with glasses are all like mild-mannered reporters, but underneath there might be a Superman waiting to happen.
Right.
All right.
Emma Fife. All right, well, let's go to the tail of the tape now, Emma. Let's take a look at what these people bring to the table here.
All right.
Jared Haybon, he is Marvel. Big fan of Marvel, DC, and of course, as usual, being too smooth. Right?
And then on the other side, we have got Mark Donica. His expertise includes Star Wars. That makes sense.
Yes.
He's hosted a Star Wars show for a long time.
remember.
Lord of the Rings and scaring small children.
Yeah, as I said, he's a large animal. He's a large mammal.
Yeah,
He's
I
kinda
think
scary.
that's just because he's a tall guy, kind of cuts and intimidating.
It's the grizzly hair too.
Yeah, and the quiet ones. You got to watch out for them. You know.
Oh man.
All right. Well, let's,
Wow.
get, going. Let's get going.
I want to meet him.
Before we go too far down the hole.
I want to meet this guy.
You will in just a second, Corey.
Okay, I want
Because, are you ready? Are you ready? Then it's time for the movie Trivia Schmoedown! Give it to me! That's right. That's right. Well, if you don't mind, Emma, I'm going to take the introductions. If you don't mind.
Take it away, John
Thank
Roca.
you so much. Introducing first, with an Inner Geekdom record of 1-0, defeats and 4 knockouts. That's right, 4 KOs. He is Jared Too Smooth
I mean, nothing says too smooth like a pair of bright yellow sunglasses.
That's right. And a Gryffindor shirt, countering your Slytherin
I
look
mean,
there.
listen,
Wow.
it's okay that he's representing the worst house in all of
Whoa,
Hogwarts.
wow.
It's okay. It's
Shots
okay.
fired. Shots fired,
I agree
Harry
with
Potter.
what they said. I love the confidence, Haven. Haven, I love it.
There it
Thanks,
is.
buddy. Yes,
There
sir.
it is.
Yes, sir.
And his opponent. With a record of 1 win and 0 losses. He is undefeated. The Enforcer, Mark Donica!
Let's go! Let's go!
Donica! Oh, no! Oh, no! No! What is happening here? What are you doing? What are you doing? I can't believe what I'm seeing here today.
What an introduction,
This
man.
is one of our evil factions.
Which one is it?
The Lions Den, those two guys.
Oh, my God.
The faction, that's the guy that's fighting, Mark Donica. I can't believe it.
Whoa!
As if they don't have enough members, they've picked up another cub for the Lions Den, Mark Donica.
Oh, wow.
And one of the biggest cubs I've ever seen. My God.
You goddamn right.
Whoa.
I guess I have my answer then.
Wow, Emma, I'm so, did you see this coming?
Check.
Oh,
Check.
boy. Here we go.
No.
I want to make sure you can understand what he's saying. Check. Cody.
Yeah, everybody
Cody?
can hear you. Everyone can hear you, Ken.
Did he come out with
Thank you,
bodyguards,
Ken.
man?
He came out with 2 of his members of the
You're a
Lions
treasure.
Den.
He came
has
out
made
with
a decision.
couple of people he picked up in the back alley.
This is
Wow.
hard. Donica, I need to know why. We've been friends for a long time. Why would you go with this faction?
I don't have the time to give you all of the reasons why, John Roca, but you'll know in time.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I was gonna call an
Hey.
equal. Now I'm cheering for Jared Haven. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I think we all
Stop
are.
asking
He means
questions,
business.
you imbecile. Okay? Let's get the game going.
Take that Malibu
Actually,
hat out of
loser behavior.
asking questions is part of the game.
Yeah.
Tom. All right.
I didn't know knowing about losers was trivia.
Wow.
Take that hat. You. Never mind. I'm not gonna get upset.
Hat,
Here,
wearing
let's go.
a damn hat.
All right, let's just get this match started. All right, so this is the way that round 1 works. The competitors will be asked a series of 10 questions. They must write down their answers on the provided whiteboards, and when they are asked to reveal them, both reveal their answers and say the answer at the same time. There is no stealing in round 1. However, if you do answer all 10 questions correctly, you will be awarded a bonus question. All of the questions are worth 1 point apiece. Now, a reminder that there are some additional rules involved in the Schmoedown. Number 1, there is the JTE rule, which means that you are able to ask for a question to be repeated. And you can do that 3 times throughout the course of the match. You also get 1 challenge, which means that if you disagree with how a question has been judged, then you are allowed to challenge it, at which point we will confer with a panel of expert judges and present a ruling.
Expert judges being the key term. And let me remind you to write legibly. Apparently, that's important now all of a sudden in the Schmoedown. Write legibly so that people can understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Where's that belt,
thank you.
Roca?
Do it.
Don't
Okay.
you
All
worry
right.
about it. I've been on my way soon enough. Now, are you ready? I said, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Come on.
And let's get ready to
The Schmoedown!
All right, here we go. Emma.
Your first question in round 1 comes from the category of Marvel. Ian Grufford played what Marvel superhero in 2 films?
Have you ever played a superhero, Corey?
No, I haven't. I'm looking forward to it. The Yellow Panther.
The yellow.
Yellow
okay. Interesting. Interesting. I like that. 5,
Can you repeat the question?
4.
Ooh, First, repeat the question.
Yes. In the category of Marvel, Ian Grufford played what Marvel superhero in 2 films?
All right, so here.
So why the yellow panther? I'm
Yeah,
curious.
I'm just.
I feel like that's like a cheetah. 5,
Cheetah.
4, 3,
That was
2,
already cast, I think.
1. All right. Answers down. Mark Donica.
Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic.
That is correct for 1 point.
Couldn't come up with a name. Put Stretch.
Stretch.
Oh, well, that is
not what we
is
were looking
one
for.
of his powers, but
That's
is
for
not
sure.
the answer. All righty.
All right. The second question. Go ahead.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
Hobbit.
category of the
The
Hobbit.
category of the Hobbit. What color does Bilbo's sword glow when orcs or goblins are nearby?
Have you ever encountered orcs or goblins in real life? Do you think you could take them?
Every day you see them when you walk out this
It's
door.
true. I
You
mean,
know, they're
you
just
gotta
all
watch
over.
out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Jared.
Blue.
That is
Yes.
correct for 1 point.
Blue.
Also
Oh,
correct.
whoa.
for
All
1
right.
point.
Nice. Donica taking the early lead here.
All right.
All
Jared
right.
had a little bit of a false start, but he jumped
did.
right back in there.
Next category, Star Trek. That's right. So Scott Mann special there. Leonard Nimoy directed how many Star Trek films? Leonard Nimoy.
I miss Leonard Nimoy.
Me too.
He was one of the great actors and personalities of our time. Did you ever see his Bilbo Baggins music video?
Yes.
You gotta look it up.
It's
5,
it's interesting,
4,
to say the least.
3, 2, 1. Mark.
2.
That is correct for 1 point.
2.
Correct for
There
1
we go.
point.
Awesome.
There we go.
All right. Question number 4 in the category of Harry Potter.
Ah, yes.
What is the name of the hidden street where Harry and his friends go to shop for all of their school supplies in the Harry Potter films?
Have you ever read the Harry Potter books?
My wife.
Your wife?
Just read them.
Yeah, Roka's a Potter expert. He used to work in the land.
Yeah, I did.
5, 4,
Never read a book. Never read a book.
2,
Don't believe in him.
1. Jared.
Diagon Alley.
That is correct, for 1
Diagon
point.
Alley.
Excellent.
All right, yes.
Man, we are off to a very strong start
Blistering
here.
start, 4-3.
Okay, this is DC question.
Yes, go ahead.
Which DC comic book films opens with the shot of a comic book?
This is a very good question. I mean, you would think more comic book. I mean, that's not counting like the pages in the Marvel logo.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
Well, Ang Lee tried to
5,
do that. Didn't really work out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Watchmen.
That is incorrect.
Superman.
That is
Yes.
correct
That's
for 1
correct.
point.
And with that,
Right. Hey, Bun!
Haven for the tie.
look at that. I told you those.
Hey, Bun!
There it is.
There it is.
There it is, getting that stamp of approval. All right, it's a tie game now, 4-4. Going into the next category, that is the MCU. What is the name of the Rainbow Bridge in the Thor films?
I love the Rainbow Bridge level in Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I've never played Mario Kart.
Oh, what is Roka? You're
I don't believe
missing
in it.
out. Oh, you don't.
I don't believe in mushrooms or princesses.
5,
I just don't like it.
4,
I'll be honest with
3, 2, 1. Jared.
The Bifrost.
That is correct,
Correct.
for 1
Bifrost.
point.
Nice,
Also
yes,
correct
all
for
right.
1 point.
you. It's a tough match here in the first round.
It really is. All right. Question number 7 in the category of Lord of the Rings. In Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, name one of the 2 locations where the titular towers were located.
Have you ever lived in a tower? Cody?
I lived,
If you're
in the,
visiting,
I lived
wait.
in the projects.
Whoa.
But,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't remember.
Jared.
Jared.
Isengard.
That is correct for
Yes.
1 point.
Or thank.
No, that is not correct.
We were looking for Isengard or Mordor. Mordor. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't wanna get
Mordor.
nerd
That was
killed.
very good, Roka. Good job. Good job.
I have a hard
buddy
time.
right
Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll jump and then you'll do the number. All right. The next category is Star Wars. Pressure on you, Donica. All right. While in Gungan City, Boss Nass says the speediest way to the royal capital of Naboo is what?
I wish I could figure out the speediest way to get from one side of LA to the other side of LA.
Well,
like that would be great.
Elon
5,
Musk is trying to make that happen
4,
for you.
An orc. You got to turn
3,
to an orc.
2, 1.
All right, Donica.
Through the planet goes.
That's
That
correct.
is correct.
I didn't get it.
Oh, hey, Bon.
Hey, Bon, what's
Swing
happening,
and
man?
a miss.
All right. Cody has our next question here. Or Corey rather has our next question.
Oh, wow. Okay. The question is DCEU. Wow, my good buddy Scott Eastwood appears in which DCEU film?
No hesitation from either of the competitors on this one.
Some of our friends went to a wedding with Scott Eastwood. Apparently,
yeah?
apparently
Really?
an interesting fellow. Nice fellow.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Don't want to give too
Scotty.
much. 5, 4.
4, 3, 2, 1. Jared,
Suicide Squad.
that is correct for 1 point.
Suicide Squad.
Bam!
I like to remind Donica that there is 2 eyes in suicide, but we'll move on from that. All right, and on number 10 question.
Final question. The category is mixed bag. The first Sin City was released in what year?
Are you a Frank Miller man? Do you read any of the comic books from Frank Miller Cody?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I don't.
Really?
Jeez.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like the ghost of Scott Mance haunted that question.
Yeah.
5,
Oh, wow.
4,
Release
3,
dates.
2, 1. Jared?
2003.
That is not correct.
2007?
Nope. We were looking
wow.
for 2005.
There
2005
we go.
for Suicide Squad. But all in all, very strong round
Yeah.
between both competitors.
Tied 7-7.
I mean, that's not too shabby.
No. Most of these questions, according to you, did you know? Did you think about it? If you heard this stuff like this, give you more information because you said you've seen these movies. These go real deep, don't they?
Yeah, it gets deep. Yeah, I
It
would
does.
have tapped out after question 1 for sure.
Well, we are
These
about
guys are
to
brilliant up here.
take a real deep dive into categories in the Inner Geekdom match here as we move into round 2. Now, round 2 is the wheel round. What is going to happen is each competitor will get a chance to spin the wheel, and whatever category it lands on, they must answer 5 questions in that category. Each question is worth 2 points, or if you do not know the answer, you can opt to go for multiple choice, at which point the value of the question is decreased to 1. Now, you are awarded 1 mulligan, which means you're able to spin the wheel again should you not like the first category that you land on, unless the wheel lands on spinners or opponent's choice, in which case you are stuck with it. Also, there is stealing in round 2, so be prepared to answer the questions that your opponent misses, should they do so, and you may get some more points for yourself. Now, Mark Donica, you are the favorite somehow, so you are given the chance to either spin first or defer to Jared.
You know what? People are giving the Lions Den a bad rap. We're all a bunch of nice guys. So, for the benefit of you, I'm going to spin first.
Oh! Boom! Look at that.
Those are fighting words, man.
Classic Lions Den behavior.
It's so.
Whoa! Oh!
That's a powerful.
Did you see how he spin the wheel?
Well,
He just-
I'm gonna.
Do you think the fingerless gloves help?
I think so.
Corey, I'm gonna go get a coffee while this thing spins. I
Yeah.
got some time.
Oh
I
my
think.
gosh.
All right, let's see. Let's take a look here. See what it lands on.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me! Now, for those of you who don't know at home, and maybe Corey, you don't know,
Yes.
Mark Donica hosted a Star Wars show for a long time. Yeah, it feels like he is. That's right. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Roka, you hosted that Star Wars show with him.
I
for a little
co-hosted with
while.
him, and
Yeah,
so
and
did
he left.
Oh yeah, well, you know.
Roka,
Yes.
as Donica's former Star Wars co-host, would you like to ask him these questions?
I would like nothing better than to ask Mark Donica these questions. All right, Mark Donica, your first question. In the category of Star Wars, in The Force Awakens, do you remember that movie, Mark? What does Rey repair on BB-8 when they first meet?
His antenna.
That is
BB-8's
correct.
antenna.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
This is not a sex and
Yeah.
there we go.
I think that
BB-8's non-binary,
Is it-
even
yeah.
though it
Yeah.
speaks binary.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Your next question. What does Luke compare to flying at full throttle in the Death Star trench in A New Hope?
His T-16 back home.
No, Jared. For the steal.
Is this count as a JTE if I ask to repeat the question?
It does, I think. Yeah? Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Yes.
that's your second one. So if you're asking for it, I can do it.
No, I'll compares it to
5, 4.
flying aircrafts back home. I don't know.
Oh, no. We were looking for Beggar's Canyon.
It was ship, not
Yeah.
location.
Valiant effort.
Pay attention to all the words in the question mark. All right, now the third question is, what is the first word in the opening crawl in The Phantom Menace?
Wow, that is a deep cut right there. It also assumes that you're
Multiple choice,
reading and
please.
paying attention.
All right, your multiple choice. A, violence. B, war. C,
It's war.
incorrect. Jared,
Can
would you
I
like to-
hear all the options, please?
Absolutely, yes. A, violence. B, war. C, the. Or D, turmoil.
Turmoil?
Correct.
Yes.
There we
one
go.
point.
Oh, boy.
Good
Habon!
steal on the part of Jared Habon.
Corey, because your friend got that one, your new friend here. Jared, would you like to read the next question?
Yes.
Okay. Which one? Right here, the one that's right up there.
All right, the next question is, in Rogue One, K2SO gets upset that Jyn Erso is allowed to have what, but he is not.
A blaster.
Correct.
That is
for
correct
2
for
points.
2 points. Way to go,
Yes.
Mark. All right, your last question.
Silence.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, all one of
Resounding
you.
silence.
You want to do that one as well? Do you want to go that one as well? Yes.
In Attack of the Clones, what title does the leader of
Camino
have?
Multiple choice, please.
All right.
A, President. B, Chancellor. C, King. D, Prime Minister.
Can you use a JTE rule for the selection, for the answers?
No, you can just, we can repeat.
Yeah, we can just repeat them.
Please.
All right, I repeat. A, President. B, Chancellor. C, King. D, Prime Minister.
Chancellor.
Incorrect. Jared for the steal.
King?
No, incorrect. Prime Minister. That's what we're looking for.
Prime Minister.
All right, well, I mean, Jared escaped that round unscathed. Only a 3-point lead for Donica,
Yep.
so
if
they're walking
he,
into this.
spins a category that he is strong in, he can really, really come back. And, man, I've been bitten by Star Wars before. You think you know it, and then
Yeah.
the questions get real deep.
Yeah, the game is vicious that way.
Jared, you are up.
Let's see what he spins here. Oh, yeah, nice.
solid spin.
Nice good Gryffindor spin.
There are those cheers.
It's a nice leisurely pace of spinning, but it's not too.
Villains.
Villains.
Now, he has a chance. He can spin again, but he has to stay on that category, or he can take this now.
All right,
here he goes.
spinning again.
He gonna spin again.
Yeah. I think he's
This is all right.
looking very specifically
Yeah.
for one of the comic book
Yeah,
movies.
or maybe, is Harry Potter on there?
Harry Potter
It
is
is.
on there.
Oh,
You would
boy.
guess he would know pretty well based on the Gryffindor shirt.
The wheel is gone.
Speak it,
It's
speak
gone.
it.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Oh, boy.
Alrighty.
I'll
Star
take it.
Trek.
Wow.
There it is.
Ooh, Jason
Okay.
Inman special there. All right.
It is.
Oh, that was your second spin. Sorry.
All right. Jared, your first question in the category of Star Trek. What brand of beer do Captain Kirk and Jillian drink at the pizza parlor in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home?
Yeah, I'll take multiple choice on that, please.
All right. Is it A, Budweiser, B, Coors Light, C, Michelob, or D, Miller Lite?
What's that? I've drank all these beers before.
Yeah, I've had all of them too. They're all pretty mediocre.
You do drink
I don't drink beer.
5,
Coors Light.
4. That is incorrect, Donica, for the steal.
Budweiser?
Nope. The answer was Michelob.
Michelob.
Michelob
Jeez.
beer.
Tough question.
Right.
Old English.
All right. Question number 2. In Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Khan uses what kind of animal to mind control people?
I'll take multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Cygnus fish, B, Callisto flies, C, Centauri worms, or D, Seti eels?
Eels.
That is
Ooh,
correct for
nice.
1 point.
Very good, Dan.
Hey, bud!
Nice job. This
Good
is City Alpha
pull.
6.
Good pull. All right. In Star Trek Insurrection, when Data is reactivated after being held in stasis, what does he notice is missing?
I'll take multiple choice.
Sure. Is it A, his emotion chip, B, his positronic matrix, C, his pet cat spot, or D, several memory engrams?
B is Matrix.
That is incorrect, Mark Donica.
Emotions chip?
Nope, it is several memory engrams. Not entirely sure what an engram is, but I'm sure that Scott Mance could tell us all about
It
it.
has something to do with memory. I think.
Yes.
All right.
All right, your next question in the category of Star Trek is, in the Star Trek franchise, what is the guiding principle generally called that prohibits the protagonists from interfering with the internal development of alien civilizations?
I'll take multiple choice.
All right, is it A, the Prime Directive, B, the Omega Directive, C, Starfleet Prime, or D, the Alpha Directive? 5, 4,
C.
3. That is incorrect, Mark Donica.
Prime Directive.
That is correct for 1 point. All right. Excellent. And your final question. Who played Spock's father in 2009's Star Trek?
I'll take multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Ben Cross, B, Leonard Nimoy, C, Jason Isaacs, or D, Ben Kingsley?
A.
That is correct for 1 point.
Well, listen, he spun a tough category.
He definitely
Emma.
did. This is Star Trek was not a strength of his, but he hung in there, and he's going into round 3 only down by 2 points. So it is really anybody's game at this point.
And this is what you want in third round. You just want a shot. To have a shot at being, you never know what can happen. We've seen people like JT miss every question in the third round, and we've seen other people nail every question in the third. So you just never know what's going to happen in the third round.
It really is the luck of the draw. And speaking of each competitor, you are going to choose a series of 3 numbers from which you will be answering the final questions in this competition today. The first question will be worth 2 points, the next one will be worth 3, and then the final question will be worth 5 points. Donica, since you are in the lead, please tell us your 3 numbers.
It's 17, correct? Just to double check.
It is numbers 1 through 20.
20.
Yes.
1 through 17.
Oh, 1 through 17. Oh, sorry.
So let's do it again.
Yep. So choose a number. Choose 3 numbers, Mark Donica, between 1 and 17.
1, 9, 17.
All right. 1, 9, and 17. You got that, Roca?
I will write that down immediately.
Excellent. All righty. And Jared.
15, 12, 6.
15, 12, 6.
Since, Jared, you are down by 2 points, you will be getting the first question. Your category is category number 15. Let's bring that up. And that is category... Who said it? Who said it? Corey, would you like to take the honors
Yes.
of reading that? Okay. For 2 points.
Who said it? Who said, "We are the future, Charles. They no longer matter"?
Magneto.
Correct for 2 points. Ties it up there.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Bon. Mark, you chose a category 1. So for your 2-point question, it's category Star Trek. And the question is, Jennifer Morrison plays whose mother in 2009's Star Trek?
James Tiberius Kirk.
That is
That
correct.
is correct
for
for
2
2
points.
points.
All right, he goes up by 2. Now
All
it goes
right.
back to Jared.
All right.
Jared, you chose the category 12.
All right, and
Emma?
the category there is Lord of the Rings. All right. In the Two Towers, who sounded the horn of Helm Hammerhand at Helm's Deep before Aragorn, Theoden, and his men rode forth into battle?
Tough question.
It is, yeah.
I've never sounded a horn.
5,
Can you repeat the question?
4, yes. In the Two Towers, who sounded the horn of Helm Hammerhand at Helm's Deep before Aragorn, Theoden, and his men rode forth into battle? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Pippin?
That is incorrect. We were looking for Gimli. Gimli.
Never toss a dwarf. That's a
Yes.
life
Knew that
mantra
too.
for me. All right, with that, Jared has to hit his 5-pointer here, Emma and Corey, or else Mark Donica walks away with a victory here in his match.
That is correct.
You chose the category of number 6, or the number 6, the category of weapons, tech, vehicles, and magical objects, Jared.
All right.
All right. Oh my. It is a Harry Potter question as well. What model of broomstick did Draco Malfoy and the entire Slytherin Quidditch team have in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
I always wanted to be on a Quidditch team. I thought that seemed really fun.
Yeah,
5,
sure. It is till you get knocked off the
4,
broom. I'll tell you that right now.
3, 2.
Can you repeat the question?
That's his last repeat.
Yes.
That is his last
Final
repeat.
repeat.
All right. So, what model of broomstick did Draco Malfoy and the entire Slytherin Quidditch team have in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
It's getting down to some serious knowledge. 5,
4,
Thunderbird.
Oh, and your winner, going on to play for the title, the Enforcer, Mark Donica.
Donica!
What a surprise here.
Yes.
Jared was not chosen in this one. Mark
was
Donica took this one. After 2 matches, he is going for the title against Jason Inman. This is incredible.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, he was in conversation with you. Corey, what did you think of this match?
I thought it was intense. It was a fight to the finish. Yes. Both of them are great sports. Hey, Bon, good work, man.
Yeah, giving you
but
some
Donica,
love there, Jay.
I give you props, man.
Listen,
The gentle giant just walked out of here.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's how the
Gentle
Lions Den
giant.
does it.
See, if only Jared Habon had been House Slytherin, he would have known that last question.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel,
unfortunately.
Gryffindor strikes again.
You're a terrible Slytherin. You're a terrible Slytherin. Well, this has been a fantastic match. Corey, I want to thank you so much
Thank
for
you guys.
taking us
I really
for stopping by
appreciate
and
you.
calling with us.
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
Thank you.
And
Have
before
fun.
we go away, we're going to send it over to Jen Sturger, who is with both the victorious Mark Donica and Jared Habon.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmodown fans? Jen Sturger here with Mark Donica and the Lions Den. Finstock, you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself right now.
First of all, my name is Bobby Gucci.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look, we were waiting a long time to find the right guy for the Inner Geekdom here. I mean, we had that loser Robert Meyer. What's his face? It doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't even care about him anymore. He could wear his cape and walk down Santa Monica Boulevard if he wants to. We're going to have the youngest champion of all time. I don't think you know, but Danica is only 18 years old. Okay? His pituitary gland is on steroids.
A check on that.
Okay.
Bring an ID next time, right?
He's going to be the youngest Inner Geekdom champion of all time. The youngest champion, period, of all time.
And I'm sorry, Mark, why did you... We're all kind of shocked about this decision to join...
Jennifer, it's always a thrill to hear you talk. I do enjoy sharing the screen with you. I hope to do it again sometime. But I just want to point out that this is what happens when you decide to commit to your own destiny, become who you were born to be. Put aside the Ranger, all that good stuff from those movies that this guy knows a lot from. He has taken the first step into a larger world with the Lions Den, and I think it's time we let him explain it all.
The Lions Den knows victory. The longest reigning tag champions of all time. All time! And it will be just as easy as me taking out Jason Inman. He wants a world of heroes. He's a hero for the people. There's no such thing as heroes. He's living in a fantasy world. Get off the holodeck. All right? I'm coming for that championship. I'm going to win it. I don't even remember the name of the guy I beat.
His name was Jared, and he actually gave you a really great match. So you're not at all intimidated with your match coming up against Inman.
No, he's not. Look, Justice Inman, we're going to set justice to this league by getting rid of that idiot, okay? And they're going to have to resize the belt to fit this guy's waist.
Wow. Oh, okay. I guess you're done.
Have a good day, Jennifer.
Bye, Ken. Oh boy, Jared. That one stung.
Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, I was pretty bummed out.
Star Trek, really?
Yeah, Star Trek is not my strong suit. I think I've seen 2 Star Trek movies.
Which is 2 more than I've seen.
There we go. And so, yeah, I spun away from villains, which really sucked. Just because villains is such a vague category. Like, if I landed on MCU or Marvel or DC, I knew I was going to really... Because I was only down by 3 at that point, so I knew if I got a topic that I could really handle, that I could really kind of create some separation with them going into the 3rd round, but... Spun again, landed on Star Trek. I mean, I was able to stay alive, which was good. I'm surprised because I was afraid I wasn't going to get any right, and he was going to steal a few points and really kind of open up a 6 or 7 point lead. But I was able to kind of stay in it. And then with the second question of the 3rd round, I felt like the answer was Gimli, but I went away from my gut and said Pippin, which was obviously the wrong answer. And then the last one, I knew it was. I'm surprised I even knew Thunder something. But obviously, it said Thunderbird, not Thunderbolt. So.
But that said, you played a really strong match and a smart match. Like, half of this game is about tactic. And the fact that you went multiple choice every single one instead of just tossing it up in the air and just seeing whether or not you could hit on it, I think that speaks volumes for the fact that you're a good player at this game.
Yeah, I remember, I'm a huge Patriots fan. I remember Tom Brady saying, you'll never lose a game for an incomplete pass. So it's like you always stay alive and then hopefully you win it at the end. So that's what I was trying
glad
to
you
do.
meant real Patriots, not like these Patriots.
Well, I like these Patriots too. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I was just trying to stay alive in the 2nd round. So hopefully in the 3rd round I could maybe get some DC and Marvel questions. I started off Marvel with Magneto, which was great. And then, got Lord of the Rings and went away from my gut, which was a bad decision. And then the last one was just a guess. It was close, but it was wrong.
So you've still made quite a presence here, with the Inner Geekdom. Are you hoping to stay in the Inner Geekdom, or are you thinking maybe teams, go into solos? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'd like to branch out. I'd like to go with, I'm in the free-for-all, which is awesome.
Fantastic.
And so,
Spoilers.
looking forward to that. So free-for-all is coming up, and then I'd really like to get into some tag team matches and branch out outside of the Inner Geekdom. But I also still want to compete in the Inner Geekdom because I know I belong here. I had a really good first match. I knocked out 4 people, and then this match, I was toe-to-toe with a really good competitor who's going to face Jason Inman in the championship. So I feel like I belong here. And so I want to stay in the Inner Geekdom, but I also want to be able to show that not only do I belong in the Inner Geekdom, but I belong in the Schmodown.
Any idea who you might ask to be your teammate?
That's still wide open. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. So if anybody needs a partner in the Schmodown, give me a call.
Hit him up on Twitter. All right. Thank you so much, Jared.
Thank you for
best
having
of
me.
luck to you in the free-for-all.
Thank you so much.
Well, not surprisingly there, we saw despicable behavior from the entire Lions Den, being incredibly disrespectful, not only to Jared Haben, but also to Jason Inman, who Mark Donica is going to be taking on next. I am curious to see that match because, I've gone up against Jason Inman before, and he is a tough competitor.
Yeah.
I think he's got this in the bag, but man. And then, Jared Haben, totally, the nice gentleman that he is, very, very respectful, in good spirits, says he wants to come back again.
Yeah. I think we'd love to see him come back again.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't get 4 knockouts in one match and then barely lose your next match and not come back.
Not at all. And he spun a category that he was not strong in round 2. And, you can't control the wheel. And
with that name, Habon?
Yeah.
I believe in that guy. He's
there
coming
you go.
back.
It's
He'll
true.
be victorious.
Yes, when you got a great name like Jared Haben, you can't help but
That's right.
thrive here in the Schmodown.
That name, man.
Yep.
You know what else is another great name?
Yes.
Corey Hardrick. That's
Yes,
another great
Corey.
name.
Yes, thank you
who
so
stopped by
much.
here. And we want to remind people the Oath, right? It's coming out on Crackle, explores a world of gangs made up of those sworn to protect and defend and shed light on corrupt and secret societies that are nearly impossible to join. This is a very, very hard-edged show.
It's
wouldn't you
very
say?
hard, and it's free.
There
Watch
you go.
It now.
Free
All
on
10
Crackle.
episodes
That's number
streaming
1.
on Crackle. Yes, get the app. It's hard edge. It's slice of life, and it's real, and it's great.
Excellent.
Yes,
And in addition to making sure that you check out The Oath when it premieres on Crackle, be sure, guys, to head on over to our Patreon. This patreon.com/Schmodown. You can check out all of the different incentives we have there for patrons. You can contribute a slice to the wheel. You can contribute a question to the game. And even for a certain amount of points, you can audition to be part of the Movie Trivia Schmodown right here in Collider Studios. So thank you so much for joining us for today's Inner Geekdom #1 contender match. For myself, John Roca, and our guest, Corey Hardrick, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
So Clark and I have talked it over. She took a look at the top 10 competitors list, and we've come to the conclusion that we'd like you to have the opportunity to take her on in a match for a potential shot at Sam Levine. Now, again, we really took a lot of things into consideration, and Clark is somebody that doesn't like to do things the easy way. She's somebody that likes to challenge and likes to prove that she's one of the best in this competition, and we think that you are a worthy adversary. So what do you say?
You're going for me, offering it to me with Clark. And Clark and I never faced before. She's a really strong competitor. You got a good stable going. Absolutely.
All right, then
Let's
we
do
have
it.
a deal.
Yeah,
I'll let Clark know.
please do.
See you on the field of battle.
What's up, Schmodown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmodown Breakdown.
And your winner!
It was the #1 contender match in the Inner Geekdom, and both Donica and Haben weren't giving an inch through the first round, as it ends tied at 7 apiece, each player repeating their exact point totals from their debuts. Second round could have been a big problem for Donica because despite spending his strength in Star Wars, he manages to answer just 2 questions out of the 5 for 4 points. Then Haben got hit with a weakness in Star Trek, but does just enough to keep the match within distance, trailing 12-10 heading into the final round. Haben tries his best to make it contentious here in the final moments, but is unable to answer his 3 and 5 point question, and Donica walks away with the win 14-12 and will face Jason Inman for the Inner Geekdom Championship. Looking at both players' performances today, neither had a great day thanks to that second round, nor could either player take full advantage of their steal opportunities. Donica answered 58% correct, while Haben answered 52% correct. If you want to find out other stats from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter, and don't forget to check out the Schmodown Rundown every Saturday on YouTube and your podcast feeds. This has been your Schmodown Breakdown.